Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how it is that you can make something like what you see here, Jelle Marten's. That is this collage artist that I featured in class, and you can see some examples of his good work. Um, and you'll notice that they seem to use this repeated pattern throughout. A lot of triangles. I'm assuming this is him. It could very well be this person too. I don't know. But anyway, I want you to see how this could be done. And some of these are kind of interesting, and it could be a technique you want to try. And I can show you how it is we can do this of course, that's the one I showcased in class, but how it is we can take these shapes and use them as part of our composition, effectively mixing a couple different photos or snippets of photos into, well, look at this, create a piece of work in the style of, okay, so I haven't looked at this, but I came up with a way that's workable for us. So anyway, let's go back to Photoshop here, and you can see I kind of got one started, and I wanted you to see the process. Now here's the good part. Because you've been trained in using Illustrator, a lot of the work you have to do is sort of cut out for you. Sorry for the pun. Anyway, what you got here is this. I just made up this grid, and I could let's just get a new one going, just to show you another example. So you might want to use. Let's try the polar grid tool, and this is just set to the default circle. And something like this will be pretty good. It doesn't really matter in terms of its placement on this, because once you make it, you can just copy this, come over to Photoshop, and in fact, let's make a new one. I'm going to say File, New. Sure, we're just going to say yes to this, and Command V, paste. When you paste a vector, that's what I copied from Illustrator. It's going to ask you what do you want it as. Put it as pixels. So it goes like that. There it is. It looks the exact same. And now what we do is we're going to load in some pictures. So let's copy this one. And whoops, go back to Photoshop. Where was that new one I made? Here it is. I'm going to paste it, Command V. Now you can see I'm just trying to be fast here. So I didn't pay attention to the dots per inch. That's not so important for this. I'm just more interested that you see the method that I'm using. So I just put the line, let's call this template. Okay, and that's obviously the ocean. So for starters, what you could do is you could just take the magic wand tool and highlight a section. Now the thing that you didn't see me do is I turned Contiguous on. All right, that little check mark right there, that's important. So turn that on, and what that allows you to do is if you hold Shift, you can grab the pieces. So I'm holding Shift, and I'm grabbing all of these. So if I selected these outer parts, I want to skip a section, go to this ring, skip a section, go to this ring. Come up with a system, something that will provide some unity. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I am now going to do a destructive edit. I could do a non-destructive edit, but I think for this video I want to be fast. I'll make it a destructive edit. So what I would do is I would hit delete now, and you get what you get. Okay, so that just reveals these rings, and it's showing us the pictures, the part of the picture that was left. I just turned off the template to get rid of the black lines. Okay, now let's get another picture in here. So let's go to, let's take this one, Command A, or select all. And then we're going to go edit, copy it, come back to this new one that I made. And if you can't tell, we go to edit and paste. Okay, so we paste it. And I don't know what this is. This is not, oh, I do know what this is. That was, I accidentally copied the text layer that was here. That's, I think, yeah, it was just much bigger. So okay, I'm going to go here, do the same thing. Just Command A and Command C and then Command V. Great. Okay, so you can see the sizing of this picture is much bigger than the other one we were working with, but that's okay. We can shrink it down. I'm not going for a beautiful image right here. I'm just showing you the steps. Just keep that in mind. Okay, we're going to say this is good for now. We just want to get some texture. I think that's the crucial thing. Turn this template back on. And more importantly, take your layer 2, which has got the ring of the ocean, and put this above. And now you've got two contrasting textures. And, you know, from here you can do other patterns. So let's go back to Illustrator. Let's go to this. To produce this, basically, I just took a square. In case you're interested in doing what I did here, I'm holding down Shift. It's a perfect square. I'm going to now take the nib tool, the subtract or delete anchor point tool, and I'm going to do this. Boom. Okay. And then I'm thinking a lot of you would be able to figure this out at this point. Once you have one of these, you could go to the rotate tool, double click it, and we're going to choose copy. And then I think I want to go to duplicate or transform again. Transform again. Let's see what happens. There it is. That's it. Or Command D. So anyway, you get this configuration. And then from here, I just held on Option. And I must have snapping on because it just snaps perfectly. And you can see what I'm doing. I spoke too soon. It's not snapping perfectly. Oh, now it is. Okay, anyway, so I just continued this. So I'm going to copy what we have here and use it. So once again, you can just make a selection, copy it like so, come over back to Photoshop, Command V. It's probably, remember, choose pixel. It's probably going to be pretty large. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, that's fine for this video. That is fine. So I'm now going to do what I'm doing here. And now, yes, same technique as before. Remember, check the check mark. That just accepts things. We can cut down on some of the confusion, the visual clutter. Let's just do this for now. And we're going to make a couple selections like before. I'm going to highlight this triangle, this one. I don't know. Just come up with a system that's going to make it consistent for you. And you'll get a visual rhythm going. So I'll just... Of course, I end up having fun with this, so it ends up adding time to the video, but I'm forcing myself to stop here. Okay, so I'm going to hide this, the marching ants are in place, and then I could take another picture. Let's go to, we already took the ocean. We didn't take this one. All right, so copy this one. And, sorry, here I'm jumping around. Okay, there's a new technique you haven't seen yet. You could do this trick. You could go Edit, and instead of deleting it, you could choose, I think it's Paste Special and Paste in, oh no. I was looking for this one. It's not available. That's too bad. All right. So I'm just going to go with the standard paste, Command V. Oh, what's going on? Cancel. Maybe, no, I'm not certain why. Okay. Made a blank layer, Command V to this. Perfect. But you know, oh, I just realized. Okay, here's what I'll show you. I'm going to save this selection because notice when I pasted it, the selection vanished. So you should know this anyway. I'm going to go to Select, Save Selection, and I will just call this, I'll call this triangles. Triangles. Okay, and choose OK. And then you can, now you can paste, Command V. And now if you go to Selection, Load Selection, I think if you hold this down, yeah, where it says channel, you'll recognize the name you typed in. So in my case, triangles, choose OK. Here's the selection again. And now I could do a select inverse. I had the choice to inverse it earlier. I don't know if you saw that. I could have clicked that, but now it's fine. This is just an extra little step. I selected everything but the triangles, hit delete. Perfect. And now when I turn other things back on, you start to see the combination come together. Turn off Command D to get rid of the marching ants. And again, I was not going for a beautiful picture. I'm more concerned that you see how something like this could have been done digitally. Now, I don't know the origin to Jelle Marten's work. It looks to me as if it's actually traditional. I'm sure he used rulers and templates and whatnot, but you can see how we can reproduce this look in both using Photoshop and Illustrator and get something that's, you know, kind of interesting to take a look at. I'll try to make the video really short, but you could even do extra little things like this. If we double click this layer, so I just double clicked here, you get these other options such as bevel and emboss. So now that's like kind of raised up a bit. Could be kind of good for you. You could put a drop shadow on it. So that adds a little extra level of interest. And you're on your way to being sort of this abstract designer, artist, and you can have some fun. I would advise strongly that you get some text in here, and then you're really on your way to producing something that could look like it's potentially for a magazine cover, a poster, a flyer. So copy. So we're not going to rely on something like Canva. We're going to make stuff ourselves. Yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look good? No, maybe not. But again, when you design, you will have the luxury of time and not having to race. I'm just showing you some opportunity, showing you some options, and take what you like from these videos. Okay, so okay, this needs a lot of work. But again, it's the technique that I was more interested that you notice. Okay, I'll see you in class. Bye.